Good evening, and welcome to Weird-O-Rama. I'm your host, Victor von Psychotron, and all of us at Weird-O-Rama will always strive to bring you the creepy, the strange, excellent, and of course the weird.
I guess I know now why they call you the greatest astronaut on space patrol.
We are here at Monster Bash in Mars, Pennsylvania, having an excellent time. Tonight, we have another double feature for you, featuring 2 episodes of the 1943 serial The Phantom, an episode of Tales of Tomorrow, and an episode of Fireball XL5. So, lock all of your doors and windows, turn off all of your lights, sit back, have a cup of tea, and enjoy tonight's double feature.
Tales of Tomorrow. What happens when an unknown writer finds himself faced with the choice between a brilliant career and the loss of his wife? Who was his mysterious collaborator? Tonight, Tales of Tomorrow presents Ghostwriter, starring Leslie Nielsen, with Gabby Rogers and Murray Matheson.
Who is it?
Me, honey. Open up.
Oh. Hello, honey.
Hello.
What are you doing home so early?
It's all right. Lou said I could. I thought I'd bring you something to eat.
Ah, good. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
How's it coming?
Well, it's bigger and heavier. I suppose it should be after 6 months' work gone into it.
Oh, 6 months will pay dividends.
Johnny, don't you ever get scared? I mean, it's been a year since I left the agency to start writing, and all I've got to show for it is one short story published in a magazine no one's ever heard of.
These things take time. Now, this novel will sell.
Great. In the meantime, you spend 10 hours a day behind a cigar counter smiling at tired businessmen.
Ah, don't worry about me. I'm not complaining, am I?
I don't see how you stand it, honey. Living in this hovel. Debts piling up.
Oh, come on. Eat something. I brought you some nice sandwiches.
Oh, boy.
Oh, here's a letter for you. I just picked it up.
Oh?
Well, who's it from?
Oh, nothing. Just a rejection slip.
Now, that's not a rejection slip. Did you answer that ad in the Sunday paper?
Well, yes, I did, honey. Look, it's a job, isn't it? It's a chance to make money by writing.
But not that way, not collaborating with someone else.
But the ad says he's a known author. He's willing to give his time and experience to work with an unknown.
You send him some stories, I suppose.
Well, sure, why not? Here, look, listen. Listen to what he says. Dear Mr. Tyler, I found your work of high caliber and would like to speak to you about future collaboration. I'll be at home for the next few days. Please call.
What's his name?
Morton, Lee Morton, 94 Grove Street, New York. Look, honey, this may be the big break. It's an opportunity to work with someone with a good reputation.
But you don't need anyone else if you just gave yourself a chance.
Look, Johnny, this may be money, maybe lots of it.
Look, Bert, I know, but money is not important now. It's your work that's important. And you're so good at it if you just gave yourself a chance. And you can't go flying off on a tangent the minute the going gets a little rough.
Oh, sweetheart.
Now finish what you started. Stick to the novel.
Well, I don't need to throw it over. Maybe I can do both.
But you tried that, remember? You got nowhere on the novel while you were working at the agency. You just didn't have the time. Now, Bert, we made a bargain, remember? We said we'd try it this way for 2 years, no matter what.
Well, honey, look, we need the money.
Oh, Bert, if you quit now, you're admitting defeat. That mustn't happen. It mustn't happen.
Okay. All right, you win. No collaboration.
Oh, you won't regret it, Bert. Now I've got to get back to the store, and you get working alone. Oh, I almost forgot the most important thing. The rent's due today. Will you take it to Mrs. Graham?
Yeah, sure.
And here's some money for yourself, in case you want a beer or something later.
Yeah, thank you.
Goodbye, honey. I'll see you later tonight. Goodbye.
Hello, is Mr. Morton there? Mr. Lee Morton, please?
Speaking.
Oh, how do you do? My name is Bert Tyler. I got your letter this morning? Yeah, well, I would like to make an appointment as soon as possible.
Ah, this must be Mr. Tyler. How nice of you to be so prompt.
Mr. Morton, Mr. Lee Morton?
That's right. Come in, won't you? Please come in.
Thank you. Well, this is quite a studio you have here.
You like it?
Well, I don't know. I've never been in a place like this before.
It has quite an air about it, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it certainly has. Oh, excuse me. I hope you don't mind my
not at all. I travel about too much to really call any one place home, but this has always been my favorite. Could I get you a drink?
Oh, no. No, thank you. Not just yet.
I read your stories. I like the way you express yourself. Just sit down, won't you?
Oh, thank you.
I think we can work something out.
Oh, do you mind if I...
No, not at all.
Just exactly what did you have in mind?
Well, I've been a successful author for quite a long time, but I'm getting older. Oh, the stories are still there, the ideas still flow, but they don't come fast enough. Right now, I'm far behind schedule. I need an assistant.
I see. Well, what financial arrangement would there be?
I'll pay you $500 for every story you finish for me.
$500?
Yes, you see these? They're all incomplete. Stories I started but couldn't finish.
Well, that doesn't sound hard. You supply the plot and I get the ending.
I have a market that will buy anything we produce.
Yes, but how can you be sure of me? I mean, well, maybe our ideas won't mix.
No. I've seen enough. But just to satisfy us, I'll put you to a test.
A test? Well, what do I have to do?
This is a story that has to be finished tonight. You see, I have certain deadlines to make. I'll give you a brief summary, and you can supply the end.
All right, fire away.
Now, this is about a nightclub singer by the name of Margot King. She's been going around with two men, a cafe society playboy and a young composer. She finds that she is in love with the young composer, but the playboy won't leave her alone. One night, she gets an urgent message from the wealthy boy saying he must see her at once. Against her better judgment, she goes to his apartment, finds him quite intoxicated. They get into a bitter argument. He threatens her. Suddenly, the composer appears in the room. The two men begin to fight. The playboy draws a gun. You finish it.
Well, let's see. In the struggle, the gun goes off accidentally, short-circuiting the electrical system.
Right?
The three people are just shadows in a darkened room. Suddenly, something moves, the gun fires again, and Margot falls dead.
Very good.
The composer springs at the drunken killer, the gun fires again, critically wounding the composer, and he summons up his last bit of strength and strangles the killer with hands that were meant to write symphony.
Excellent. You see how easy it is.
You really like it?
Why, of course, my boy. It's life. It's life. That's all that matters. You shall begin on it at once. Now, I want 2 stories completed before the day is out. You'll find everything you need in here.
He's late tonight.
He'll be along soon.
Writers. Why'd you ever marry a writer, Johnny? They keep the craziest hours.
I've got no regrets. Someday he'll be famous. You watch.
I hope you're right. Johnny, you're 1 in a million. Well, I gotta get home. Lock up for me, will you?
Right, Lou, as soon as Bert gets here.
Give your Ernest Hemingway my best. Hey, the morning papers are here. Set them out for me, will you?
Right, Lou, after I straighten that rack.
Well, good night.
Good night.
Johnny!
Oh, Bert, where have you been? You're so late.
Okay, I got good news. Here, look.
Bert, where did you get all the money?
$1,000. Count it. And it's all ours, honey, every cent.
I asked you where you got the money.
Oh, well, from that author, Morton. Look, 2 short stories. I just finished at $500 apiece.
You went to see him after you gave me your word?
Oh, honey, what does it matter? Look, it's money. I finally sold something, honey.
You broke your promise to me. Now, how could you?
Where are you going?
I don't know, but away from you.
Honey, what? Oh,
Leave me alone.
did you hurt yourself?
Yes.
Hurt your leg? Here, put it up here.
Bert, what's the matter?
Oh, these headlines. It can't be.
Beautiful Margot King, prominent nightclub entertainer, and 2 suitors die in weird triangle. Playboy and composer kill each other in jealous rage after entertainer is slain.
It's my idea. It's my words, my ending.
Before continuing with the second act of Ghostwriter, here's some TV program news from ABC. Entertainment, good time. This has become synonymous with Saturday night, and Saturday night entertainment over the new ABC TV adds up to a good time. Tomorrow night, see Paul Whiteman's TV Teen Club swing out in a tuneful review starring talented teenagers in song, dance, and laugh routines. Pops Whiteman has the youngsters polished to brilliant performances. Later on, it's hard-hitting action with Ike Williams and Vic Cardell on Saturday Night Fights. You get a ringside seat as these high-ranking fighters meet in the 10-round main event. Watch Ike Williams battle Vic Cardell on Saturday Night Fights over most of these ABC TV stations. Then stick around for up-to-the-date news on the boxing world with Don Dumphy, noted ABC boxing commentator and popular sports columnist Red Smith. The pair come up on Fight Talks with a roundup of ring lore and main event sports stories. Watch Fight Talks tomorrow night over most of these ABC TV stations. Now back to the second act of Ghostwriter, starring Leslie Nielsen.
Well, there's no answer. I guess he's still not home.
I don't like it. He was supposed to call you 2 days ago.
Yeah, I know, honey.
We must find him and return that money.
Yeah, okay. Look, I said I'd do it, so let's forget about it. I still don't see what the crime is in accepting money for work that I actually did.
Except there's something wrong with money that comes that easily. You might get involved with something that's horrible. Write a story in the afternoon and it all comes true in headlines 6 hours later.
Yeah, all right, sweetheart. It's just a coincidence now, that's all.
And it all really happens down to the last detail, even the names are the same?
Well, it'll never happen again. Not in a million years.
Now, how can you be so sure of that, Bert? I'm almost afraid to pick up a newspaper. Will all the stories that you finish for him end in some terrible tragedy?
No, the second one I wrote's altogether different. Centers around some hotel out in California.
Not the Hotel Maynard in Palm Springs.
Yes, that's it.
That burned down last night. 40 people were killed. It's in the afternoon paper.
No, it couldn't happen. It couldn't happen.
But it has. What's happening? Now, look, Bert, I was afraid to tell you this before, but now I feel that I have to. I checked up on Lee Morton. I called the Authors League and the International Writers Guild. No one has ever heard of him. What's he like, Bert? What do you know about him?
Well, there's nothing special about him. He's middle-aged, successful writer, travels a good deal.
Now, you're not to work for him again, understand? Now, you gave me your promise 2 days ago, and I almost walked out on you. Well, I'm still here and willing to go on. But if you ever collaborate with him again, I'm leaving.
Oh, now, Joni, honey. Now, you don't mean that.
It's the truth, Bert. I'm dead serious. It's not just you and me now. There's something much worse involved. Something we can't even begin to understand.
Okay. Look, I'm going to run over to his place right now and call the whole thing off. I'm going to return this money to him.
Good. It's the only way, Bert. We don't need Lee Morton in our lives. You better take your coat. It's coming down.
You okay? You going to the store today?
Yeah, I promised Lou I'd stop in for a few hours. Pick me up about 6.
Okay, I'll pick you up at Lou's, honey. So long.
Bert, promise me it's all right.
Sure it is. You can count on it. Honey, I give my word. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ah, my friend, I was just about to call you.
Mr. Morton, I came here to tell you I can't do any more work for you.
But I don't understand.
Well, those two stories I finished for you, the fire and the murders. Well, they came true. They actually happened.
You don't say. What an amazing coincidence.
What do you mean, coincidence? I finished two stories for you right here in the studio, and they come true right down to the last detail. Now, how do you explain it?
I can't explain it. I don't concern myself with trivia. I'm too busy. Now, let's get back to work.
Trivia? Listen, there's something strange going on around here. I want to know what it is.
Look, your imagination's working overtime. Put it to good use on our stories. You'll find you'll make a great deal of money that way.
No, I can't. And I'm returning your money.
Look, I like the way we work together. I don't want to lose you. You
No.
must write me just one more story.
No, I can't.
Just one more. I'll double the price. I'll give you $1,000 for one more ending.
$1,000?
Sure. No one has to know. I'll send it direct to your bank if you wish.
No, I gave my word.
Just one story, a very short one. Look at this one. An escape. Someone running away from an impossible situation. A taxicab crash. An unidentified person. The details are all here. It just needs tying together. $1,000, Bert. 1,000 lovely, crisp dollars.
Gee, I may be crazy, but I can't turn down that kind of money.
That's the spirit. You'll have it finished in no time. I'll get it. Hello?
Hello, this is Joan Tyler. Is my husband there?
Oh, Mrs. Tyler. I've heard such a lot about you. I'm looking forward to our meeting.
Is my husband still there?
Yes, he's here.
Well, may I speak to him, please? He must have forgotten to meet me.
Oh, I'm afraid that's my fault, Mrs. Tyler. He's doing some work for me.
What did you say?
Another story. He should be finished shortly.
But he gave me his word. Put him on the phone, please.
Oh, not just now, Mrs. Tyler. It's a very important piece.
He's not working for you again. He couldn't be.
Oh, but he is. Listen. How's it coming, Bert?
It's just one more page and I'm finished. This one's easy.
Did you hear that?
Bert. Bert.
Is there any message?
No. No message.
Well, there it is, all finished, just as we discussed it. The taxicab skids and smacks into the superstructure of the Arlington Bridge, and the woman's killed instantly.
Fine. This calls for a drink.
Oh, no, I've got to run. I have to meet my wife at the store. Jeez, I'm 20 minutes late already.
Oh, by the way, your wife just phoned.
What'd you tell her?
Oh, I just mentioned that you were working on another story for me.
I didn't want her to know. I'd better get over there right away.
Bert, wait. Foolish boy. He didn't even wait for his money.
Hi, Lou. Isn't Joan here?
She's gone.
Well, I was supposed to meet her here.
She's awful sore at you, Bert. She was crying.
Yeah, well, did she leave any message? Tell you anything to tell me?
Yeah. Something about going back to her folks. Said she was running away from a husband she couldn't trust anymore.
Running away from a husband she couldn't trust anymore. It's a story I just finished. How long ago, Chili?
You just missed her.
Well, how did she go?
Did she walk?
Oh, she took a cab. Hey, what's got into you?
Which direction? Toward Mulberry Street?
Yeah, Mulberry Street. I saw him start off. They must be down on the bridge by now.
Arlington Bridge?
Yeah.
Joe!
Oh, Joe.
Excuse me. Was that an accident down on the bridge just now?
Yes, I was the first one on the scene.
Bad?
Tragedy. So sudden. The car skidded and crashed into the bridge. Woman was killed instantly. Almost as if it were destined. Ah, well, these things happen. Have you any Turkish cigarettes?
Sure. They're 35 cents now. The price has gone up.
If you want anything badly enough, you pay the price.
See Hollywood Screen Test every Monday night over most of these ABC TV stations. This famous talent discovery program has sent 55 of its candidates to major film studios. Among the new movie faces seen originally on Hollywood Screen Test are Harvey Lembeck, Rita Gam, and Butch Cabell. Neil Hamilton, amiable director-host, helps prime the acting hopefuls for outstanding performances. Meet fresh talent reaching for the stars this Monday night over most of these ABC TV stations on Hollywood Screen Test. Later, also on Monday nights, settle back for a good mystery with Inspector Mark Saber, Homicide Squad. Tom Conway stars in the title role, and James Burke plays his strong right arm, Sergeant Timothy Maloney. You can try to solve the puzzler along with them, or you can just sit back and enjoy the chills. Either way, it's high suspense mystery on Inspector Mark Saber, Homicide Squad, Monday night over most of these ABC TV stations. Next week, the Jacques Chrysler Manufacturing Corporation will present an unusual story of a time machine that was so successful that it held its inventor a captive in the past. Our star will be Boris Karloff in an exciting drama that will be a highlight of your television viewing. Be with us next week when Tales of Tomorrow presents Past Tense, starring Boris Karloff.
Unexplored jungles live the native tribes who for generations have been ruled by a great leader, the Phantom, the ghost who walks, the man who never dies, a supreme ruler who throughout the years has taught them to live together in peace and harmony. But one day the peaceful stillness of the jungle is broken by the weird and sinister sound of the native tom-toms that had long been silent. It is a message from the Phantom telling the leaders of all the tribes to gather together for an important meeting. And soon, at Tonga Village, the home of the Phantom, the chiefs, medicine men, high priests, and witch doctors begin to gather to await the appearance of their leader and counselor.
Looks like business is picking up.
I feel a refreshment mood coming on. Let's go into the bar and have a punch.
That's an idea.
All right. 4 punches, please.
Yes. Well, Professor Davidson, how do you like our strange country by this time?
Very much indeed. What little I've seen of it. Have you any word yet from Mr. Smith?
No, but I'm sure he'll be back today. I'll let you know as soon as the guy arrives.
Tell me, do you know why they're beating those drums?
Some sort of a native ritual. I don't know much about it. I've only been here a short time myself. There's Dr. Bremer. He's been to the interior many times. He can probably tell you all about it. Dr. Bremer. I'd like to have you meet Professor Davidson of Melville University.
How do you do, Professor?
Doctor's our only physician here in Saipan.
And this is my niece, Miss Palmer, and Mr. Anders and Mr. Prescott, my 2 assistants.
How do you do, gentlemen? Welcome to Saipan.
The professor wants to know the meaning of those tom-toms.
Oh, so you're curious about our drums? Well, they're what the natives use for a jungle telegraph when, Oh, but I don't suppose you ever heard of the Phantom.
Isn't that the native legend about the man who never dies?
Exactly. Whenever there's trouble brewing, he uses those drums to call a meeting of all the tribal leaders.
Does such a man really exist?
Oh, yes, he does.
And the natives really believe him to be immortal?
They do indeed. But naturally, we know him to be nothing more than a clever showman who exploits the ignorant savage's superstitious fear.
Where does this Phantom live?
At the Tonga village, about a day's journey into the interior.
Very interesting indeed. I'd like to run across him sometime.
I think you'll find that rather difficult, Professor.
Chiefs, leaders, men of wisdom and knowledge, I have called you together because I fear there are forces that will menace your peace and happiness. There has been no war among any of you, but I have reason to believe that there are evil influences trying to destroy the way of life under which you've lived and prospered. It has long been known No, Silva. Leaders, stay here in Tonga until I return to tell you more.
Master, I saw you struck by a poison dart. Brought juice of Tobiana flower. You must drink quickly.
No, it's no use. It would only delay the action of the poison for a short time.
Moko, go search for man who shoot poison dart.
No, that's not important now. Pen and paper. I'm going to send a message to my son. Moko, I want you to take this note to Rusty at Sepena.
Come in.
Phantom, send message to you.
Cable my son at Melville University. Tell him to take a plane to Saipan at once. Mula Mula?
Oh, live ding ding.
Oh, aye. Pana Pana.
Pana Pana.
Put that with the rest of Z-17's reports. Come in, Long.
Hi, Chris.
Well, did you get rid of the immortal Phantom?
Yeah, he got it right where the chicken gets the eggs.
Nice work. Sit down. Now, with the Phantom out of the way, we'll be able to force the natives to help us with the construction of our secret airbase at Zolas.
That ought to be a pushover.
What's our next move?
There's a Professor Davidson stopping at the Tradewinds Hotel. He's preparing to take an expedition into the jungle, but he won't leave until after he's had a meeting with Smith.
So?
I want you to find out what a university professor wants with a crook like Singapore Smith.
I'll do my best.
Who is it? Oh, come in. Yeah, hi, Singapore. I want you to meet Professor Davidson. He's been waiting a week for you to get back.
Oh, sorry to keep you waiting, Professor.
I'll see you later.
After we've corresponded for so long, I'm glad to meet you in person.
Did you bring the keys?
I have them right here.
Good. Let's see how they match up with mine. Oh, sit down. Now, let's see what we've got here.
There you are.
There's one piece missing.
I knew it would take 7 pieces to complete that map, but felt certain that with your 3 and my 3 would be enough to give us the location of the lost city of the Zolas.
Looks like you thought wrong.
I see now that it is absolutely necessary to have the 7 key to determine the location of the treasure.
Well, that being the case, you might as well forget the whole thing. I have no idea where that key can be found.
According to legend, should be in the possession of one of the tribes somewhere here in these jungles.
I wouldn't gamble too much on a legend. There are over 50 different tribes living in that plague-ridden country. Some of them are none too friendly.
Nevertheless, I'm determined to take my expedition in there, even without your help.
Well, it's up to you. When do you want to start?
Just as soon as possible.
I think I can line up a pack train for you by tomorrow.
Good. I'll inform the members of my party to that effect. Oh, you'd better put yours back in the safe.
They're no good to me. Here. You keep them until you find the 7th one.
There you are.
What is the lost city of the Zolas?
Centuries ago, when the Zolas were a rich and powerful nation, their country was ruthlessly invaded. The High Chief gathered the country's treasures into their main city, then covered it with water by destroying the dam. So the population scattered into the hills. They broke up into 7 groups, and the leader of each group was given one part of this unusual map. This was done so that it would be necessary for all to be together when they wanted to recover the treasure after the invader had left.
Nice idea. That way they couldn't double-cross each other.
Yes, but apparently the plan didn't work out, and the treasure has never been recovered. Come in, Jeffrey.
I understand from Singapore Smith we're starting out tomorrow.
That's right.
I personally don't think Diana should go with us. What do you think, Jeff?
I'm inclined to agree with you. Jungle is no place for an attractive young lady.
I'm capable of taking care of myself as well as any of you, and no amount of argument is going to make me change my mind.
But listen, Diana.
Save your breath, Byron. You may be engaged to Diana, but as her uncle, let me tell you, you're only wasting your time trying to change your mind.
Any reply yet to that cablegram I sent?
Not yet, Rusty.
Thanks.
Ready, darling?
Uh-huh. Sure you won't change your mind and come sightseeing with us?
Positive. I must get some letters written before we leave in the morning.
Good night.
Good night.
See you later, Jeff.
Hello, devil, old boy. How are you, huh? How are you? All right, fella, settle down. I got some work to do. Devil, huh? What's going on out here? Oh, we made a mistake. We thought this was... What are you fellas doing in that room? Well, we... These three trying to break into Professor Davidson's room.
Oh, a little second-story work, eh? I'll lock them up in my office until the police can get here. Come on, you, get going. You bring up the other two. Thanks, Mr. Prescott, but I guess I can handle them now. I'm sorry about this, but I assure you it won't happen in my hotel again.
If you need any help, I'm at your service.
Thank you. So, the three of you couldn't handle one man and a dog.
Before you get all worked up, you might just as well know he didn't catch us until we were leaving the professor's room.
I apologize. Nice work, boys. That's what I want you to do. Get into hiding until they all leave town tomorrow.
Oh, Mr. Prescott, I was going up to your room. This cablegram just come in for you.
Thank you.
It just looks like I had a lot of trouble to find you.
Forward SS Royal Prince, forward Tradewinds Hotel, Saipan. Thank you. Your father taken very ill. Take first plane to Saipan and contact me for further instructions. Where can I find a Mr. Fenton in this town?
Fenton? Fenton?
Yes, this message is signed Rusty Fenton.
Oh, Rusty. Sure, everybody knows him. You go down toward the river. You will pass a warehouse. First trail on your left. He'll take you right into his shack.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah?
Are you Rusty Fenton?
That's the handle.
I am Jeffrey Prescott. I received this cablegram of the hotel.
Well, come in. Say, I sent that cablegram to Millville.
Right, but it reached me here in Saipan.
Oh, you were on your way into Surprise, Dad, eh?
I came here with an expedition. I thought it would give me a chance to drop in on my father and surprise him, but this message takes all the joy out of it.
Yes, I know. Now, I have a native guide waiting to take you in, and I'd advise you get there as quickly as possible.
Can we get through tonight?
Well, it's moonlight. Why not?
Fine. I've got some business to attend to the hotel first, and I'll see you later.
All right, the guide will be waiting.
But the 6 keys are no good to us until the professor finds the 7th.
And then what?
Well, as their guide, you'll be right there when that happens. It's going to be up to you to get hold of that and bring it back here to me. Who is it?
Can I see a minute, Mr. Smith? This is Prescott.
What can I do for you?
I'm checking out.
Nothing wrong, I hope?
Oh, no. Just received a message which makes it imperative for me to leave right away. Please see that Professor Davison gets this note as soon as he returns.
Why, certainly.
Thank you. Come on, boy.
Good luck.
Things happen fast, don't they?
For reasons which I cannot explain, I must resign from the expedition. I know this will cause you some inconvenience, but I have no choice. Good luck and success. Sincerely, G. Prescott. Well, this works out just perfect for us.
It'll be all right, Dad. I've studied poisons and their cures at Melville, and I...
There's no use. There's no cure for the INE poison.
But, Dad, I can...
Now, don't talk, my son, but listen. There is so much to say and so little time to say it. You learned the tongues of the jungle people?
I've studied them as you ordered, but I'm not too sure of any of them yet.
That will come with practice. Now, there's another thing you must learn. The secrets of magic as practiced by the medicine men.
Magic?
Yes. There's nothing that so sways the native mind as a few simple tricks and illusions. Zuba will teach you. Come, give me a hand, my son. These are the treasures stored through the centuries by your ancestors.
Why, there's a fortune here in jewels and gold.
It's yours now to use against the enemy who is coming to our jungles for some mysterious reason. Now to the tomb of your ancestors.
Stay here, devil.
Over here, my son. And you solemnly swear before the tombs of your ancestors that you will carry on with a vengeance against all piracy, greed, and cruelty.
I swear it.
This ring is a symbol of the Phantom. Wear it. My son, you are now the ruler and protector of all the people in these jungles.
That Tonga village.
He ain't gonna show up. Get ready to announce his death to all the tribes, and then we'll have things our own way.
Master, the natives very impatient for you to appear.
I am ready, Suba.
I tell you, he ain't gonna show. Come on, get going.
Wait till Suba makes smoke. Now smoke come. Watch.
Why, that can't be the real Phantom. I know I killed him. This is just a trick to fool the natives.
No. Him Phantom. Him Phantom. Man who never dies.
Looks like him to me.
Why, it can't be. He's a much younger and taller guy than the real Phantom. I'm telling you, that guy's a fake.
It looks like you miss, Long.
Let's tell the natives that guy's a phony.
Yeah? And when they ask us how we know, we tell them you killed the real Phantom. Why, you'd have your head drying over a fire in no time. Let's get out of here.
Well, Double, old boy, so far so good. Looks like we got off to a good start.
Master, Suba very worried.
What's wrong?
Chota, chief of Mara tribe, never come to attend meeting.
Is that anything to worry about?
Yes, Mara tribe very bad. Like to fight and kill. If Chota not come, means he making ready to start trouble.
Then let's beat him to the punch. If he wants war, we'll give him war.
War no good. You must go see Chota and tell him no fight.
All right, Suba, I'll have Moku take me there.
No, you must go alone.
How can I? I don't know the jungle. I'd never find the Mala village.
Moku marked trail for you.
All right, Devil, let's go.
No, you must go alone.
Sorry, old boy. You have to stay here. I'm ready, Suba. Show me the trail. Keep the home fire burning, boy.
Mala village this way. Follow trees marked like this.
You sure can't miss those marks. I'll be back soon.
Get a good tight tie on that now. Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're about organized, Mr. Smith.
Yes, looks like everything's practically ready. I've notified the authorities in all coastal cities to pick up Prescott if he tries to leave the country.
Fine. And if he's in the jungle, the chances are we'll run into him sooner or later.
I can't believe that Jeff's a thief.
Who else could have stolen the keys? I should have known that he was up to something when I caught him listening outside of my room yesterday.
We're all ready to start anytime you are, Professor.
Take good care of him, Larkin. Well, good hunting, Professor.
Thanks. Hola, Baca!
Hey.
Come on.
You take cover mark by the tree. So. You fixed, Mark?
All covered.
Good. Now you take this trail. Come, we hide here.
He took the wrong trail, all right.
Sure. Chota's got ideas.
Yeah, that trail lead to Devil's Swamp. Evil spirit not let him escape. From high place and tree, we watch. Soon be gone.
He'll never get out of there.
Look, alligator.
Well, we won't have to worry about him any longer.
Come. Go to village. Sound drums. Tell all tribes, Phantom dead.
What's going to be Chota's next move? Is the Davidson expedition safe from further attack? Will the outlaws be able to disband the safari? Don't miss The Man Who Never Dies, the next exciting episode of The Phantom, at this theater next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next attraction. There are candy bars galore in a lobby candy store, just in case you want a taste of something sweet.
Our popcorn is nutritious. You will find it delicious.
Most anything that you would care to eat. Cooling drinks that are so grand, simply name your favorite brand. Or some ice cream so good and helpful too. If you feel you need nutrition, now's the time. It's intermission. Step right up. We have the very best for you.
Golden pure creamery butter, rich, flavorful, satisfying. That's what it takes for the finest buttered popcorn, and that's what we use. See for yourself why there's no Showtime treat to equal the crisp, delicious flavor of hot popcorn that's bathed in real melted butter. It's at the concession stand now.
Hot dogs, the all-American favorite. Certainly we serve them, piping hot and full of flavor. Call for yours now.
Your attention, please. All new Hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
I am here at Monster Bash with Juan Ortiz from Fifth Dimension Films and the B-Movie Podcast. Juan, we're asking people, if you could invite any monster to Thanksgiving dinner, who would you pick?
Definitely would have to be the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Ooh, an interesting
He's
choice.
my all-time favorite monster. As a kid growing up, I remember watching it on TV, the first movie, the creature from the Black Lagoon, scared the living daylights out of me
many
as a
people.
kid. I tell you, I was having nightmares after that, but it stuck with me. And then I had to watch the other two movies, and it forever on, it was always been the creature. He's my favorite of the Universal monster movies.
And he could bring an excellent fish dish, I suppose, to your dinner.
Maybe so. I don't know about that, but yeah, sure.
And if he could bring Julia Adams with him.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
That would be even better.
That would make an excellent course added to the dish. Yes, I would have to say so.
So how long have you been dealing in rare and obscure films?
Well, I've been dealing in rare and obscure films. As you can see here, I have quite a few at this show, at the Monster Bash or Hammer Bash. About maybe 15 to 18 years. But as a kid, I always grew up watching these films as a youngster, growing up in New York, going to the theaters and always seeing them as a young boy. It captivated me. But I've been collecting for between 15 and 18 years. And I wanted to do the research on these rare films. A lot of these films have never been available, and the ones that are not available, I've had this thing about wanting to obtain films that the fans really like, the most creepiest of the creature feature films. And this is what got me going, and then I went on and on and on until I finally, now it's like, it's a hobby, but it's a hobby that I love and I've always loved. Certainly. And it'll continue to be so until the day that I'm not here anymore. So
Is there a particular, say, Holy Grail type film you still wish to find?
Oh my God, yes. I have to say that the Holy Grail film, I would have to say, would have to be the silent version, the 1927 Todd Browning's London After Midnight.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I saw the reconstructed version of the film, and the TCM that they did, the Robert Osborne one, and it was okay, but it's not the same watching stills of that film as to watching it actually, really watching it. To me, that would be, oh my God, I would be in heaven to be able. But then again, who else would not be? Because there's millions of other fans out there that are also looking to really wanted to see that, considered to me the most famous of the Holy Grails.
And how long have you been on the B-Movie podcast?
Oh, the B-Movie podcast, mentioning the B-Movie podcast has been tremendous. I've been with them, with Vince Rotolo, Mary, and Nick Brown. I'm a co-host on the show, and my title name on the show is Juan from the Creepy Swamps. And when I say Juan from the Creepy Swamps, it's the creepy swamps of South Florida.
Indeed.
Yeah, I live down in the area of the swamps. It's swampy because I live close to the Everglades, so I call it the Creepy Swamps. And it kind of stuck with the podcast, and I got invited on by Vince Rotolo, who I met here at the Monster Bash about maybe 7 years ago. And he came by my table and saw all these great movies, and he saw The Invasion of the Saucer Man, which happens to be his favorite all-time movie.
Oh, excellent.
And from there, we hit it on. Actually, he was at my table for about 3 hours. We were talking monster movies and everything else, and he gave me his card. He says, I'm doing a podcast and about these movies, and it's great to be able to know somebody else that loves what I love. And that's how I met Vince. And then after that, we hit it off pretty good, and every year would come by and we would talk more monster movies and more. Finally, he invited me to be a guest on the podcast. He says, come on to the show, and we'd love to have you come on and be on the show and talk about one of the movies that you like. So we did. And then from there on, the rest is history, because I guess the listeners that were listening to the show at the time, when it was the Yahoo groups, they enjoyed the camaraderie of conversation between myself, Vince Rotolo, and Nick Brown. This is before Mary came onto the show. And from there on, it was a hit. And I guess the listeners really enjoyed us talking about these rare B movies and all these great movies. And ever since then, I've been pretty much a household name on the show. Whenever I can, if I'm doing a convention or I'm away, of course, this weekend, Nick Brown is in California actually visiting Bob's basement. He's at Bob Burns' basement looking at all the rare cool stuff there, which I would have rather been there myself.
Certainly.
And I'm over here. And I think, Vince Rotolo is doing the B-Movie podcast with, of course, Adrian Smith from the UK. And they're doing the show this weekend, which is tomorrow. And next weekend, we'll probably be all together again. And we'll be talking about this show and about Bob Burns and about everything else. So it's great. It's a lot of fun.
Excellent. So where can people find your shop?
My shop is actually, it's Fifth Dimension Films. They can either go here to the website of the B-Movie Podcast, and there's a link there that takes them directly to my website. It's www.shop.fifthdimensionfilms.com. And they can browse the website and look at all the pretty posters and pictures, and I have very detailed information about all my movies, and I love giving detailed information about all these monster movies because I just love these things.
Excellent.
And that's where they can go. And plus, when we listen to the podcast, Vince always mentions Nick's website, the B-Movie Man, and he mentions my website, so the listeners can also, get to the website that way too.
Excellent. Well, sir, thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, yes, it has been a great pleasure meeting you, sir, and I tell you what, I love your outfit.
I'm here with James at Monster Bash. James, we're asking people, if you could invite any classic monster to Thanksgiving dinner, who would you choose?
The monster from The Curse of Frankenstein.
Oh, an excellent choice. He wouldn't be much of a dinner conversationalist, however.
No, but I would enjoy him very much.
True, and if anyone got rowdy at the dinner table, he could take care of it.
Right.
So this is all your amazing artwork.
That's right. I am the creator of the Evil Clown Traveling Carnival Show.
Ooh, excellent. Tell us about this.
Well, I used to go to carnivals when I was young, and I used to see the real people who were deformed. They used to call them freaks back then, but I would never call them a freak. But they had some clowns there, and that gave me the idea of always meeting these clowns in a field before you get to the carnival to meet you, to take you to the carnival. And each one has a different specific job. There's the greeter, he greets you. Then you go in there, there's the escort, he escorts you. And then there's another one there, he tells you there's no way out. And there's another one, he says, do you want to go for a ride? And it goes on and on.
Oh, wonderful. And do you have a preferred art medium?
I always painted in oils, but lately I've been painting in acrylic with an oil glaze. And so it makes it look like oils, but it's acrylic paint.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So where can people find your work?
Well, I've shown, my work's all across the country. I've shown in the Carnegie Museum. I've showed overseas. I've done things for corporations. I did a lot of work in the 80s for corporations. And I did a lot of scenes of industrial scenes like the working man in Pittsburgh, steam fitters, coal miners. I've done street scenes of Pittsburgh. And then later, since I always liked horror, I started getting into actually incorporating my art into horror too. And that's what I've been doing now for like 4 years now, doing horror art also.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, wonderful. So we thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you.
The work is fantastic. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
I'm here at Monster Bash with legendary horror host Son of Ghoul. Mr. Ghoul, we are asking people, if you could invite any monster to Thanksgiving dinner, who would you invite?
Would have to be Frankenstein.
Do you think he'd be good for much dinner conversation?
No, but he likes to smoke and drink.
Oh, that is a very good point. And if anyone got rowdy at the table, he could just pound them on the head for
Well, yeah, he'd be a good bouncer.
He would be a very good bouncer. Yeah. Now, sir, you are a horror hosting legend. You've been doing this for how long now?
28 years.
That is amazing, sir.
Continuous years.
Yes, longest running, I believe. Continuous.
I mean, I think there's some other hosts that might have started before I did, but they've had breaks in their career, you know, so... I started in '86 and have never missed a weekend.
That is fantastic. And do you have any, like when you start showing these films, are there some that you tend to nudge a little bit more than others on people, like you must see this film? Say, is that anything like that?
No, because I normally couldn't probably pay people to watch these pieces of garbage that I'm showing.
That is a very good point.
Are you kidding? No, I mean, you know, I'm running the public domain classics.
Certainly.
Yeah, you know, like you run, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yes. And you are also a Three Stooges fanatic.
Oh well, yeah. I've been a 16 millimeter film collector all my life, and own all 198 Stooge comedies on film.
That is amazing, sir. And a quick sidebar to that: what do you think of the Three Stooges cartoon?
The ones that was done with Curly Joe,
yes.
With the live action wraparounds.
Yes.
I love the live action wraparounds. I thought the cartoons were kind of cheaply animated, but you know they are what they are. And
well, it's wonderful to see them at that time.
Yeah, well,
and in color. Yes.
Stooges in color.
You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong with that. So where can people find your show, find your work?
I'm on in Cleveland. You can see me if you're in the Cleveland area. Also Lake Tahoe, California. And you can get me on the net, www.sonofghoul.net, for all your needs and find out everything you want to know and didn't want to know.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much for your time, sir. A great pleasure.
Hey, you know, you need to stay out of the moon.
Yes, I know. I need to get in the sun a little more. The wife has told me that. Yeah. Some more vitamin E, perhaps.
Yeah. Eat some fruit or something.
Yeah.
You need to get some color in your face.
Indeed, I do. Yes. I am here with Leah at Monster Bash, and Leah, we are asking people, if you could invite any monster to Thanksgiving dinner, who would you invite?
Probably the creature from the Black Lagoon.
A popular choice today. Why the creature from the Black Lagoon?
I'm not sure. I think it's because it's the first monster movie I ever watched. So
well, that's a good way to start. He could bring an excellent, fish dish, I would imagine.
Probably.
It'd be very fresh. But do you think he'd be good for conversation at dinner?
No, I don't think we'd have much conversation there.
True. You'd have to give him lots to drink.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, a lot of water.
Constantly pouring it on him. And it'd be quite messy to clean that up afterward.
Probably, yeah, very.
I'm here with Nathan at Monster Bash. And Nathan, we are asking people, if you could invite any monster to Thanksgiving dinner, who would you invite?
Donut Man.
Donut Man. This is some sort of donut monster?
Yeah, he's like a donut with legs, 2 eyes, and the hole in the center is his mouth.
And does he eat people?
Yes, he's about that big and he has 3 fingers.
Well, how would you keep him from eating the rest of the dinner guests?
We would lock him up in a safe and keep him chained to a giant boulder, which still wouldn't work.
Now, would people eat him for Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Oh, he is a donut.
He'd be the dessert.
Is he frosted or have sprinkles, anything like that?
Sometimes he's chocolate coated.
A good choice. Are you enjoying the show?
Yep.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your time, sir.
You're welcome.
Take care of yourself.
It's showtime.
Okay, Venus?
Okay, Steve.
Right. Let's go.
Lieutenant 90, send out a general alert. This is an emergency.
Yes, sir. World Space Patrol Headquarters, Space City, calling all Earth tracking stations. Emergency. Priority 1, stand by. Repeat, stand by.
Canaveral, roger. Woomera rocket range, standing by.
Okinawa, standing by.
Jodrell Banks,
What do you
standing
make
by.
of it, sir?
As I feared, Lieutenant 90, a missile.
And according to the computer, it's carrying a planetomic bomb.
Which is powerful enough to destroy the whole Earth. Lieutenant 90, check the exact position of the missile, then instruct one of our spaceships to intercept. Let's see. Sector 25. That's Fireball XL5, Steve Zodiac.
Well, Robert, we're on our way home at last.
On our way home, on our way home, on our way home.
Gee, I keep forgetting. You're only a robot. Say, Venus, how's our beautiful doctor of space medicine?
I gather by the compliments, Steve, you want something to eat. I'm preparing a meal right now.
I just adore your French cooking. What's on the menu today? Blue pills, pink pills, or those delicious capsules that you make up? Boy, will I be glad to get back to Earth to have a steak. Calling Navigation Bay. Say, Professor Mattick, how are we doing? Are we on schedule?
Well, Steve, we are approaching position 15-0 blue, and I'm registering minus 14G from the moon. 14G from the moon? That can only mean one thing.
Well, what's that, Professor?
It's time to eat.
Say, you gave me a scare. I thought it was something important.
Space City to Fireball. Planetomic missile approaching Earth. Position 24-0 red. Intercept. Repeat. Intercept.
Go, XL5. Abandon routine procedure. Intercepting enemy missile. Arming all warheads. Awaiting course instructions.
Steve, where is the missile heading?
According to Space City, it's heading towards Earth. We've got to stop it, Venus. It's carrying a planetomic warhead.
A planetomic warhead? Why, Steve, that's a million times more powerful than a hydrogen bomb.
That's right. Our only chance is to explode it in space as far away from Earth as possible.
Is the professor tracking the missile?
Yep. He's getting me a position right now.
Okay, Steve. I'll go straight away to help him.
Okay, Venus. Good shooting.
Steve, steer 184 blue.
Roger. All warheads go. Fire starboard thrusters.
Roger.
Okay, Professor. We're on course. Maximum speed.
All right, Steve. I'm switching to radar telescope. Radar telescope, Venus.
Radar telescope operating.
I've got it. Range 2425. Steve, we will have to fire the interceptors at maximum range. That way we'll be clear of the radiation when it explodes.
Roger, Professor. Prepare forward interceptors.
Roger.
Fireball XL5 is dead on target.
How are we doing, Professor?
In range now, Steve. Stand by with interceptor.
Standing by.
Range 2400. G-rate 2.
2400. G-rate 2.
Master guidance system UHF.
Master guidance system UHF.
10 seconds.
10 seconds, Steve.
Roger. Standing by to correct course.
6 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and go.
What's happened, Professor? The interceptor exploded before it reached the target.
It was exploded by radio waves. There must be a crew on board.
Yeah, a suicide crew. Interceptor 2.
Roger, interceptor 2.
Venus, switch on jamming beam.
Will do, Professor.
10 seconds. He's done it!
Nice work, Steve. You okay?
Fine, Commander. What now?
Steve, our computers have traced the source of the missile to planet 46, Sector 25. Looks like it's your baby. Good luck, Steve.
Roger. Setting course for planet 46 to investigate. Say, how about some coffee, Venus? I guess we've earned it. Sure, I'm glad I've got Robert as a co-pilot.
How long, Steve, before we arrive at planet 46?
Oh, quite a few days yet, Venus. I suggest we rest all we can. We don't know what's in store for us when we arrive.
Say, how about that coffee?
Oh, gee, I'm sorry. I'm a tootie. I almost forgot.
Fireball XL5, this is Space City. According to our calculations, you are now approaching planet 46.
Space City, roger. Just going into orbit. We'll call you when we've carried out reconnaissance. Here we go. Fire main retros.
Okay, Steve. Firing retros.
All right, Steve. We're in orbit. Robert is in the rear control center. You are clear to go.
Okay, Professor. Venus and I will take a quick look around. If we need any help, we'll call you.
I'll be standing by, Steve. Take care of Venus. We don't want to lose our doctor of space medicine.
Sure thing, Professor. Safety belt fastened?
Safety belt fastened.
Here we go.
Steve, do you really think that the missile was launched from this planet?
Well, Venus, that's what the computers say. We have no evidence that there's any life on planet 4-6, although it does have an atmosphere.
What worries me, Steve, is that the computers in Space City are very rarely wrong.
Sure. That's why we're here. Let's unfasten our safety belts and go out and investigate on our jetmobiles.
Good. They've landed safely.
See what I mean, Venus? No sign of life. No plants, no water, nothing.
Yes, but this could be just a barren part of the planet.
No, it's all like this. Professor Maddock has carried out extensive surveys of the planet from space.
Gee, this place gives me the creeps. Nothing but rocks and craters. And boy, is it cold. Steve, look, caves.
That could be the answer. I'm a tootie. Why didn't I think of that before? Come on, let's go.
Look, Steve. Diamonds. Thousands of diamonds.
Looks like we've stumbled on something, Venus. Come on. Venus, stop. Venus, on the other side, look. A door. This can only mean one thing. Life. I'm going across, Venus. You stay here. If anything happens, get back to the ship right away and get help. Fast.
But Steve. Steve. What's wrong?
The forward thrust motors have failed. Must be the heat. My speed has dropped, but I can still make it as long as the hover jets don't stop.
Turn back, Steve.
It's too late. I've got to keep going now.
Steve, you're almost there.
Venus, I made it.
Oh, Steve.
Venus, get help. Fast.
Steve Zodiac, you appear to have recovered from the effects of the coma ray.
What's happened to Venus?
Your Earth woman is quite safe for the moment.
Where is she?
She is out there in the rocket that will be launched against Earth in exactly 8 minutes from now.
You're bluffing.
Am I? Commence launching procedure.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
Very simple. Instruct your spaceship to land.
And if I don't?
You will.
Fireball XL5. This is Steve Zodiac. Have discovered launching bay and have occupants held as prisoners. Bring her down, Professor. I can't carry them all in Fireball Jr.
That's boss, Steve. We're on our way. Robert, landing procedure. Position code 220 red.
Landing procedure underway.
Excellent, Steve Zodiac. Now instruct him to land at position code 220 blue. And your Earth woman will be released.
Fireball XL5. This is Steve Zodiac. That's right, Professor. Land at position code 220 blue.
But Steve,
No questions, Professor. Just do as I say, please.
Okay, Steve. Robert, change landing procedure. New position, code 220 green.
Changing landing position to code 220 green.
Correction, blue. Repeat, blue.
Understand, blue.
Now, Robert, there's no need to get all steamed up. We all make mistakes. I know you think I'm a bit of a toot, but I'm only human.
Good. Now, Steve Zodiac, observe.
They're sinking into the ground.
They are indeed. All is going according to plan. Your spaceship will sink in the ash. The beautiful Earth woman will die. When the rocket hits its target, Earth, then it is your turn. You have already cost us one failure.
So much for your word as a subterranean.
Silence, Earthman. Proceed with launching.
Resuming countdown at -40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32. Robert, restart the motors. Robert, what's the matter? Are you there? Twelve, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignite. Volt on guidance mechanism.
Change guidance frequency.
Tabahaduya. 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 Niko matagasoha. Niko parapcharoraya. Nito patagayara. Nazuha tabuha. Nara chuburala hayo. Namatawara. Rocket now under control. Guidance system functioning normally.
Don't worry, Steve Zodiac. Unlike Earthmen, we do not make mistakes.
That's what you think.
good, Robert. We can't get her out of this without Fireball Jr. What's happened to Steve?
Fireball XL5 from Steve Zodiac. I'll be with you in a moment, Professor. Once we get the nose cone attached, we'll be able to pull Fireball out of the ash.
Hurry, Steve! We're almost completely submerged.
Okay, Professor, I'm back. Firing main boosters.
All right. Instruct your subterrane to abandon the missile with Venus. If you don't, we'll be forced to destroy your planet. Now, transmit.
This is your subterranean chief speaking. Abandon missile with Earthwoman. Repeat. Abandon missile with Earthwoman. I have passed on your message, but to no avail. The Earthwoman will die anyway. They have no space equipment on board.
Here, take this. It's an oxygen pill. It'll enable you to live in space.
Okay, Professor, I've taken my oxygen pills. I'm going to bring Venus and the subterrane on board.
Take it easy, Steve. Okay, Steve. They've ejected.
Roger, Professor.
Prepare interceptor missile for launching.
Message understood.
Ignition and go.
Well done, Professor. Now winch us in. Well, Venus, there's Earth. Sure looks better from here than inside that subterranean rocket.
Thanks to you, Steve. I guess I know now why they call you the greatest astronaut on Space Patrol.
I think you're cute, too. Space Patrol, this is Fireball XL5 returning to base. Mission complete. Over and out.
I wish I was a spaceman, the fastest guy alive. I'd fly you around the universe in Fireball XL5. Way out in space together, conquerors of the sky. My heart would be a fireball. A fireball. Every time I gazed into your starry eyes, we'd take the path to Jupiter, and maybe very soon we'd cruise along the Milky Way and land upon the moon. To a wonderland of stardust, we'll zoom our way to Mars. My heart would be a fireball. A fireball. Be my Venus of the stars.
Professor Davidson possesses part of the only map that shows how to reach the lost city of Zoloz. In order to take his expedition there, he must find the missing part of the map. Singapore Smith, certain there is a treasure buried in Zoloz, plans to double-cross Davidson. Meanwhile, the Phantom is trapped by another faction, headed by Dr. Bremer, a secret agent and head of a ring of foreign saboteurs. Suddenly...
Phantom soon be gone.
He'll never get out of there.
Look, alligator.
Well, we won't have to worry about him any longer.
Come. Go to village. Sound drums. Tell all tribes Phantom dead. Send message. Phantom make Spirit of Swamp angry. Spirit of Swamp kill Phantom.
You sure Phantom dead?
Phantom never walk again. Go. Make drums talk loud. Him tell all jungle people.
Burigawa! Malaka, Lalapako! What's wrong, Larkin?
Those drums, they're telling of the death of the Phantom.
What's that got to do with us?
Well, the porters are afraid to venture any farther into the jungle without the Phantom's protection.
That's nonsense.
We're going through Mala territory. You know that tribe's not to be fooled with.
The Malas haven't attacked anybody for years.
That's right, but only because they feared the wrath of the Phantom.
What do the porters want to do?
They want us to turn back.
That might not be a bad idea.
We're not going back. Phantom or no phantom. Tell the porters that, Larkin.
All right. Malakala Baskilwal Makriada. None of us horse. Haramas Karaka. Get up.
Do you think the Mallas might attack us?
We might as well be on the lookout. Let's get started.
Master! What happened?
Someone changed the trail so that it led me into the swamp.
Yes, we find spot where they cover up knife marks I make.
Must be work of Chota or some other Mala man.
I'm starting out again right away from all the village, and this time I'm certain to get there.
Onga, hala.
Master, much better you appear first and show Tonga people that jungle drums have lied.
Maybe you're right, Suba. Come on, devil.
One more thing, Master. Me worried about dog. Tonga people may wonder where Phantom found such loyal pet.
You're not suggesting that I get rid of devil, are you?
Yes, Master.
Call your people together and I'll talk to them from the altar. People of Tonga, the drums have lied to you. Jungle enemies have tried to make you believe that the evil spirit of the swamp had done away with me. But as you see, the Phantom lives. While through the jungle, I saw this friendly dog held by the evil spirit of the sinking sand. I fought the evil spirit and overpowered them. Then I pulled him out of the swamp and brought him here for you to see. Sound the drums and tell all the jungle tribes the Phantom is still a man who never dies, and that the peace of the jungle must not be broken. Suba.
That killed this porter. Take cover!
Your eyesight must be exceptionally good, Larkin. I didn't see anything.
Neither did I. I shot only hoping to frighten them. Mala warriors fight from ambush. They usually keep out of sight.
How can you fight anybody you can't even see?
Right through the chest. Oh, Byron, this is terrible.
It's getting too hot for me around here. I'm getting out.
A spear. They're getting closer.
They'll try and keep us at bay until dark, and then they'll close in on us from all sides.
Looks like our goose is cooked.
Drums. What's all that jabbering about?
The drums are telling them that the Phantom is alive and that there must be no fighting in the jungle.
But do those natives that are attacking us know that too?
Bola bola buka! Bala village! Bala village!
Well, there's your answer, Professor. The tribal chief is calling off his warriors.
Bola bola! Ala waka! Look! There, through the trees.
Stand aside, let me take a crack at him.
No, please.
Let well enough alone.
Yes, if the Phantom insists on peace, let us comply with it, too.
Well, you're not beginning to believe that Phantom bunk, are you?
Bunk or not, his orders certainly got us out of a nasty situation.
I think we can go on now with safety. Thank heaven. Hola! Calasson, get in. Oh. Get it.
Goodbye, old fellow. And this time you stay put. See that he stays here. And don't worry, I'm not going to miss the trail this time.
He's very brave and strong.
He was the successor to his great father, but he has much to learn. Follow him and be ready if he needs your help.
I told you I wanted Davidson and his party captured. And I didn't want you coming back with any phony excuses about the Phantom still being alive.
Shorter sorry, but drums say Phantom not dead. Shorter want to go on, but warriors afraid. Maybe next time, Shorter do better.
There ain't gonna be any next time. I'm going after Davidson myself. Hey, you guys. All right, break it up, boys. Come on, we got things to do. Come on, let's hustle. I'm coming.
Phantom! Phantom, come! Phantom, come! Phantom! Phantom! Phantom, come! Phantom!
Welcome to Mala Village, O Great One. We're very happy you honor us with visit.
Why did you not attend the meeting of the tribal chiefs?
Evil white men in Mala Village would not let Chota attend.
Are they here now?
No, they leave, go far away. Chota tell them he no want such men in Mala Village.
Who are they? Traitors?
Chota not know. One day they come to Mala Village. They stay and make much trouble. Chota get very angry and say he will tell Phantom. Evil white men fear ghost who walks, so they leave, every one.
Shota, you have lied.
No. Chota thought all white men had gone. Chota never lied to Phantom.
Spirit of fire. If Shota has lied, burn down Malda village.
Oh, Master, Chota never lie again. Please tell men to put out fire. Save Mala village from burn down.
Put out the fire. Shota! Any more white men hiding out here?
No, Master. He or one left. All rest have gone.
Where do they go?
They go to meet Safari coming through jungle. They want to see what 3 white men and pretty girl are looking for.
Where's that Safari heading for?
On trail to along the village.
You keep them prisoner until they return.
Yes.
Remember your orders. Get the natives first. All right, boys. Scatter in behind those rocks.
Take cover!
That was a gunshot. Yes, we're not up against natives this time.
Look, Byron. The boulder at the edge of the brush.
Killed another one.
Thanks, Arius. Keep firing.
I'm all out of ammunition.
Oh, look, Byron, the Phantom.
Don't be silly. I don't see anything.
Oh, he's gone.
Give me some shells. I haven't even got a gun. Is he dead? I don't know, but look at his face. The mark of the Phantom. I'm getting out of here. I don't want to tangle with him again. Come on, Grogan, we're getting out of here. I better go back and see if we have any porters left.
Have the jungle renegades won out? Is the Davidson safari doomed? What are Dr. Bremer's plans? Don't fail to see A Traitor's Code, the next thrilling episode of The Phantom at this theater next week.
We hope you have enjoyed tonight's double feature. Please feel free to email us your comments about it. Also be sure to check out our blog, Facebook fan page, Twitter feed, and all of that sort of rot. So, for all of us at Weird-O-Rama, this is Victor von Psychotron telling all of you to stay weird.
Living a storybook adventure beyond your wildest imagination. From the North Pole of Fantasyland comes a feature-length fable with the most enchanting characters in the whole wide world, headed by the white-whiskered fellow who's the granddaddy of them all. Now, a magic motion picture transports you to an over-the-rainbow land, past the doors of Santa's towering castle and the strange, mysterious, all-seeing eye, into a fantastic crystal laboratory filled with weird and wonderful secrets no one has ever seen before. You'll see them all, and you'll discover how Santa can watch every child on Earth and every good or bad thing they do. Now meet Merlin, the Wizard of Wizards, the miracle man of the ages.
Two for the show. Away we go.
Hurry, Mr. Merlin. This is no time to play horsies.
Come face to face with the devil himself, a mischievous demon determined to mess things up as much as he can.
It's yours. Nobody saw you take it, Lupita. They have more and they won't miss it. What does one little doll matter, don't you see?
Leave it to that devilish trickster to sidetrack Santa up a tree. Watch the jolly hijinks of Santa Claus as he decides to fight fire with fire.
Oh ho, a cannon.
Ouch! Oh! Oh!
You won't want to miss the entertainment wonder of the ages, the treat of a lifetime for anyone who has ever believed there really is a Santa Claus.
It's almost day, and Santa Claus hasn't come.
Sleep now, darling. Sleep now, and you will see. Maybe when you wake up, you'll find it, darling.
You'll see more wonders than you can wave a wand at as a dazzling panorama unfolds before your startled eyes.
Saturday and Sunday matinee only at a theater near you.